What's up, everybody? Justin here, new episode of The List. Episode number 52. The List, episode 52. On this episode, I'm going to talk about the announcement that Stephanie McMahon made on Monday Night Raw. And I'm not going to bash and rip Stephanie. I'm not going to call her names. Yes, she should not be on TV. Every fan is sick of seeing her, but they had no other option. WWE doesn't have another woman figure that has the power that Stephanie has. She has a lot of power in the company. So I don't got a problem with Stephanie making the announcement. The fans demanded we have a women's Royal Rumble. In my opinion, the fans demanded it. It was about time we get one. And we're going to get one. January 28th, 2018. The first ever women's Royal Rumble. Bravo. Very awesome. And I'll also talk about several independent stars. Some were part of Ring of Honor. And Ring of Honor is way more than just an independent promotion. They're like just about worldwide. Or international, whatever you want to call it. Several top names that were not a part of WWE are going to be part of WWE in January. Unless this is just rumors. But I think a lot of these people will sign with WWE. The final topic on this episode of The List I'll talk about is Dean Ambrose. Sadly, he was injured. I believe he's injured on Raw. Probably happened from that Seth Rollins dive through the second rope. Anyways, Dean Ambrose is injured and it's not good. He got an MRI. The results were not good. So I'll talk about that right now. Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose has to undergo surgery for a triceps injury, whatever you want to call it. So it was reported yesterday by a doctor. Today we got an update. It goes to say, after sustaining an injury to his right arm last night on Raw, Dean Ambrose is currently undergoing further examination by an orthopedic surgeon. An MRI has shown that he has a high-grade triceps tendon injury. High-grade triceps tendon injury. That's not good. He'll probably be out 6 months. Maybe he could come back in 4 months, but I don't know. This really sucks because now Dean Ambrose is going to miss the biggest show of the year. Not just the Royal Rumble. And the Royal Rumble may be the biggest show of the year. Because we're going to have first time ever, we're going to have 2 Royal Rumble matches. A men's and a women's. And that should have happened 4 to 5 years ago. They should have done I'll talk about that when I talk about the women's Rumble match. Then I'll give my thoughts on it. So Ambrose is going to miss the Rumble. He's going to miss WrestleMania. I'm pretty sure he'll miss WrestleMania. That sucks. I'm a fan of Dean Ambrose. Guy's a great talker. And the guy's pretty damn good in the ring. I hope when Ambrose returns from his injury that he's a heel. Because the guy's a better heel than a babyface. So anyways, says WWE's doctor told WWE.com that the surgery will be happening tonight, later this evening. Probably already happened. because it's Tuesday night at 9:06 p.m. So Ambrose is getting surgery tonight. As I said, he probably already got it. Hopefully his wife, Renee Young's by his side for support. It said they will have further updates later tonight or tomorrow morning to see what structures that were damaged. And also they're going to give a timeline for recovery. Now before Ambrose returns, maybe they should do a WWE 24 on him. Put cameras in his rehab, showing him do rehab. Do a WWE 24 on Ambrose. Do a 24 on, cover him coming in with the Shield, cover him being U.S. champion, cover him being WWE champion, and then cover him getting injured, sadly, and showing his rehab for his comeback. I think that'd be great if they did a WWE 24 on Dean Ambrose and his road to recovery. Dean Ambrose, get well soon, man. You're going to be missed. And now the Shield is down to 2, and the Shield is basically on life support. They should just drop it all together. Because without Ambrose, there is no Shield. It's just 2 guys in a tag team. And they don't want Reigns. I believe they do not want Reigns teaming up with Rollins all the time. Because they think Reigns is a bigger star than Rollins. And they want to give Reigns a singles push. So, Dean Ambrose, get well soon. And I hope you're back by SummerSlam. Next topic on the episode of the list, 52. Next topic will be the several top independent stars that are rumored to be joining WWE in January. This was reported according to a report by PW Insider. They're a pretty good site. I think they can be trusted. So, word going around the Performance Center is that a top cruiserweight and a top tag team are expected to debut in NXT, maybe in January or February or March, I don't know how long, before they have them debut, and possibly another top female wrestler. So Hanson and Ray Rowe of War Machine, they were in Ring of Honor for a couple years. They were in New Japan. I believe they held New Japan tag titles. They also held the Ring of Honor tag titles. I just saw War Machine on Final Battle. Ring of Honor's Final Battle 2017 pay-per-view last Friday. They were on that show. Anyways, War Machine is expected. Also, Ricochet, I think is his name, or Reddick, something like that. I know who the guy is, and he's very good. He's dating Tessa Blanchard. I don't know if they're still together, but if they are, I hope they're happy together. So War Machine and Reddick, or Ricochet, whatever the guy's name is. You know who he is. He was a part of Lucha Underground. And Tessa Blanchard could also be coming to NXT in 2018, because it says she does not have any independent dates booked for 2018. So that is probably a good sign that she's headed to the WWE very soon. Another name, the wife of Johnny Gargano, Candice LeRae, is another name which is rumored to be joining NXT in 2018. But Candice LeRae, she does have some independent dates booked for 2018. But maybe WWE will let her do those, and she could still be a part of NXT. Candice LeRae, I don't know how old she is, but she looks very young, and she's very good in the ring. Tessa Blanchard, very young. She's like 23 or 4, I think. So if they sign War Machine, if they get signed, I like that signing. They're a great tag team, and they'd be great in NXT. War Machine could replace Sanity when they go to the main roster. Or War Machine could feud with Authors of Pain. There'd be some hard-hitting matches. Reddick, or Ricochet, whatever the guy's name is. He's very good. He is part of Lucha Underground. I hope they sign him. Tessa Blanchard. Fantastic, great worker, great wrestler. Tessa Blanchard, 3rd generation superstar. Because her father wrestled, Tully Blanchard, and her grandfather wrestled. So Tessa Blanchard, I've seen a lot of her. Outside of the Mae Young Classic, outside of NXT, she is very, very good. They should sign her. Definitely should sign Tessa Blanchard and War Machine. And Tessa Blanchard's boyfriend, the guy that's in Lucha Underground. So it goes on to say War Machine and Reddick. I mean, if they sign Tessa Blanchard, let me give my thoughts on her. They could build NXT around her for years. Like 2 or 3 years. She could be a top female star main eventing in NXT for years. She's that good. Then she could go to the main roster by when she's like 26 or 25. And she could be a top star in the WWE for the next 10, 15 years. She's that good. Just imagine the matches that we would get to see. Tessa Blanchard against Charlotte. Tessa Blanchard against Asuka. Tessa Blanchard against Ember Moon. Tessa Blanchard against Natalya. Tessa Blanchard against Sasha. Tessa Blanchard against Bayley. So many great matches we would get to see on the main roster with Tessa Blanchard a part of the company. So it goes on to say War Machine and Ricochet's Lucha Underground contract has been preventing him from signing with WWE, and War Machine has also been on WWE's radar for quite some time. So now it says that he's no longer part of Lucha Underground because the first 3 seasons have aired. So his no complete clause is up. So he's free to sign with WWE. He should. Because he'll make more money. The guy's a big star but he'll make more money and he'll be known worldwide being a part of WWE. All these wrestlers, Candice LeRae, Tessa Blanchard, War Machine, Ricochet, or Reddick, all of them will become worldwide superstars. They'll become bigger than they are now if they sign with WWE. Because WWE is basically available to watch almost everywhere in the world. And the network is in a lot of countries to get. So my final thoughts, WWE, you should sign all of these talents. They're very good. Very, very good. I really hope War Machine, Tessa Blanchard, Candice LeRae, I really hope they get signed. Because they're all great. So, now the final topic is, it was announced on Raw. We're going to see the first ever history made. January 2018. We are going to see the first ever Women's Royal Rumble match. Every woman for herself. Probably will be 20 women. there could be 30 women because they have more than 30 women under contract. But if they did a 30 women's Royal Rumble match, it would probably have to go over 45 minutes. And that'd be short if they went that quick. Had a 45-minute 30 women's Rumble, that'd be quick. So, Stephanie made the announcement. I'm going to just write down a lot of names and count them up. I think it'll be a 20 women's Rumble. It probably should be 20. Maybe it'll be 30. I don't know. But it's about time. We should add this. We should add a women's Royal Rumble the very first year of the WWE Network to try to get new subscribers for the January's Rumble. I'm talking about the 2014 Rumble. That's when they should have done the first ever women's Royal Rumble. But in 2014, I don't think they had 30 women under contract. Maybe they did. I don't know. But they should have done it years ago. They should have done it 4 years ago. 4 or 3 years ago they should have done it. But I'm not complaining. I'm very happy. Very, very happy. The first ever women's Royal Rumble match is going to happen. January 28th. I'm going to just write down a few names that could be a part of it. You got Bayley. You got Sasha. Charlotte. Naomi. Naomi's already said she's in it. I'm sure Charlotte will be in it. Ruby Riott. Sarah Logan. Liv Morgan. I'm going to just write down as many names possible that I can think of under WWE contract. And I'm going to include NXT. Because the women in NXT should be able to be a part of the Rumble. Because they're part of WWE. SmackDown, Raw, NXT women, they should be in the Royal Rumble. Because every woman for themselves. Nikki Cross. I hope she's in it. Nikki Bella, not so much. I don't hope she's in it, but she will be. I'm pretty sure. Because Nikki's dating John Cena, I guarantee you she'll get herself in the Rumble. And nothing against Nikki Bella. I like Brie better. And I think Brie's a nicer, sweeter, not fake person. I don't know if Nikki's fake. I never met her. But I did meet Brie in like 2011, and she's very nice. I'm just saying, looks-wise, I like Brie Bella better, and I think she's a nicer, sweeter person, down to earth. I mean, if you watch Total Divas or if you watch Total Bellas, you can tell Brie Bella is a more down-to-earth person. Because her and Daniel Bryan, how they act together, they act very normal. They're just very down-to-earth. And Nikki seems like she's not down-to-earth and has a really big ego. So Nikki Bella will probably be in there. Brie, I'm sure they'll bring back the Bella, so Brie's going to be in there. Let's see. Natalya, she has to be a part of it. She has Hart family blood running through her veins. Her dad was in the first Rumble in '88. And her uncle, Bret Hart, was in the '88 Rumble. And their other uncle, Owen Hart, he was in many Rumbles. Her other uncle, Davey Boy Smith, British Bulldog, he was in many Rumbles. So, Natalya, Becky Lynch has to be in it. That's a no-brainer. That the 4 horsewomen have to be a part of it. Because they're all huge stars. And they all came up together in NXT as part of the 4 horsewomen. I'm having a brain cramp. Can't think. Who else? Let's go to Raw. Paige. has to be a part of it. What's her name? She's in Absolution, and I can't think of her damn name. Sonya Deville. Mandy Rose, I don't want her a part of it, but she will be. Sonya, Alexa Bliss has to be a part of it. Alicia Fox has to be. She's been in the company very long. Alicia Fox deserves to be in it. I don't like Nia Jax. I think her head is way too big. She thinks she's a bigger star than she is, and she's not. So, I'm not a fan of Nia Jax, but she is a monster. They built her up like a monster, but now they barely use her because they got her on a stupid storyline as a love interest of Enzo. That is really dumb, and that's going to hurt Nia Jax's career. Because after the love storyline with Enzo, no one's going to look at her again like a monster heel. They would have to really build her up again. But Nia Jax will be in it. Guaranteed. Who else is a part of Raw? Dana Brooke. She shouldn't be in it, but she will be. Asuka. A guaranteed lock to be in it. In my opinion, Asuka should win. She should win the first ever Women's Royal Rumble. Asuka should win it and go to WrestleMania, get her women's title shot, and win the women's title at WrestleMania on the grandest stage of them all. I would love to see Asuka win in from Raw challenge, because let's say the winner of the Women's Royal Rumble, let's just say they get to pick which brand women's title they want to go after at WrestleMania. And have Asuka on Raw say, Charlotte, I'm calling you out. I want to face you at WrestleMania for the SmackDown Women's title. Have Asuka challenge Charlotte at WrestleMania. That would be epic. I would love to see that match. And that'd be a great match. First time ever put Asuka against Charlotte on WrestleMania. And if Asuka wins, and she should, if she wins the SmackDown Women's title, then she'll be a part of SmackDown, and Charlotte, I guess, could stay on SmackDown and feud with her. I think Asuka and Charlotte could have really good matches. So, other names, I'm going to just count up these names. I got to add Carmella. Tamina. I don't care if she's in it, but she will be. So I think I have all the names that I could think of from Raw and SmackDown. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 22 names. 22 names that are part of Raw and SmackDown. Women. I honestly can't think of any other women that are a part of it. I cannot think of any other main roster women. And the Bellas haven't been a part of the main roster for like over a year. Long time. So you got to bring back some old divas, some old women's wrestlers. You got to bring them back. You got to have some surprises for the first ever Women's Royal Rumble. One of them I actually tweeted out on Twitter tonight during SmackDown that Lita, Renee Young, and Medusa should call the first Women's Royal Rumble. They should be able to commentate it. I don't know if WWE will let 3 women do it, but they should let them. So, Lita could be in it as a surprise, but I don't think she will. Probably she would probably agree to come back for this, is Beth Phoenix. I'll put her in. So she'd be number 23. 24. Might go in the Hall of Fame in 2018. Ivory. I would put her in it and bring her back. I always liked her. 25. Very attractive girl. Very attractive. Not a fan of her wrestling, and I don't care to see her back, but I'll put her in there. Number 25 would be Kelly Kelly. Because Kelly Kelly, at least, she's still young. 26, I'd put Maurice in it. Because I like Maurice. Liked her a lot when she was Divas Champion. 27 would be... I'd put Piper Niven. Bring her back for the Rumble. She's not going to win, but put her in there. Piper Niven. She was great in the Mae Young Classic. I'm a fan of hers now. 28, Toni Storm. Gotta have her in it. Even if you don't sign her full time, just bring her back for one night. 28 would be Toni Storm. My favorite Australian women's wrestler. 29. Before I say 29, I wish Emma was still a part of the company so she could be a part of this, but sadly she's not. Number 29 would be... gotta have... I left out Peyton Royce and Billie Kay, and I'm a huge fan of theirs. So number 29 would be Peyton Royce. Sorry, Billie Kay. I love you to death. You're also one of my favorite Australians, but you're not in this. These are just the names I would put in. So 29 is Peyton Royce because I like her a little bit more than Billie Kay. Number 30 would be one of my all-time favorites, Trish Stratus. Number 30 would be Trish Stratus. She did so damn much for the company. At one point, she had one of the longest women's title reigns for a very long time. From 2004 to sometime in 2005 when she lost it. I believe she's a 6-time women's champion. She's a Hall of Famer. First, she started out as a manager, and look how far she came. She became 6-time women's champion and a Hall of Fame talent. As I said, she did everything. In WWE, they asked her to. She did just about everything there is to do. She retired in her prime. Wanted to start a family. I believe she has 2 kids. Good for her and her husband. So number 30 would be, I would put Trish Stratus in there because she deserves to be in there. No, she's not going to win, but she deserves to be in there. And the fans, I think, would mark out and really pop if they heard Trish Stratus' music hit. So, the winner, I would have Asuka win. Asuka would have to win. My second choice, if it's not Asuka, if they don't have Asuka win, my second choice would be Charlotte will win. Because the WWE loves Charlotte. They have pushed her. They pushed her super hard. Really hard in the past 2 to 3 years. She is an attraction. She is greatness. But to me, Asuka's still undefeated. And Asuka is a better wrestler. So to me, I would have Asuka win the first ever Women's Royal Rumble, make history, go to WrestleMania, win the women's title. I would have Asuka win. Because I love Asuka. Second choice would be Charlotte. Third choice, I'd probably pick Sasha. Fourth would be Bayley. Fifth choice, I would pick Nikki Cross. And sorry, Becky, I would not pick you to win because I like you a lot. But Becky is not one of my favorites, but I really like her. So this ends this episode of The List. Hope you enjoyed it. I talked about Ambrose's injury. Get well soon, Ambrose. Talked about the Women's Royal Rumble match. I gave you 30 names that could be a part of it. And I talked about the new talent that could debut in NXT or come into the Performance Center in January. Hope you enjoyed this episode of The List. Have a great week, everybody. Christmas, a couple days away. Have a great holiday. Have a great Christmas. Have a great Hanukkah. Have a great Kwanzaa. Bye for now.